Hey Superwoman, this is Kalua with Collusion Health and Harmony. I hope you are amazing today. So I am continuing on with the goal setting series, right? To have goals that matter so that you find real success. And we have started with the writing the letter from the future and getting buy-in from our family. We have reflected on the past. We have vomited and purged all of our ideas, our project ideas, all the different things that are floating around in our head based on that. And, reflected on which one would give us our highest return of investment. We came up with our inspiring word, right, to keep us motivated for the year. And then we surrounded ourselves with motivation, whether it be visual, auditory, however was going to work best for you. So now we get real. Now we ground it. We bring it back to real life, okay? So now we're all up in here, we're in the air with all these great ideas floating around us, right? Now we take those ideas and we break them into actual action steps. Step 1, step 2. You can at this point go through and do all of the steps that you're going to do towards that goal. Most importantly, I want you to find the first step. What is step 1 for you right now towards that goal? I've used the example that, if you're planning your dream vacation, step 1 is not packing your bags. Step 1 is maybe setting up a savings account to start adding the money into, okay? What is step 1? What's going to get you there? And we need to make it a bite-sized step. So if step 1 is having, $5,000 in the bank, that might not be a good bite-sized step because we might not have an extra $5,000 just laying around that we can set aside for this trip. We might need to build up to that, and we're going to do it in increments. So step 1 would be set up the account. Step 2 would be set aside 3% of your income every payday, right? So we're going to do it in bite-sized steps. Then when we hit a certain dollar amount, now we're going to start researching prices online. And then right? Bite size. If step 1 is going to take 3 hours of your time and you only have about 15 extra minutes a week, it's not realistic. We need to break it down even further. All right? So be realistic. SMART goals: specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time-oriented. All right? Give yourself a time limit on them. Most of us work best with due dates, right? So set up your SMART goals, and then here is where we make it even realer, all right? We're getting real. Put it in your calendar. Oh. If I have said this a million times, it would not be enough. Those calendars are so important. If it's not in your calendar, it's not happening. And somebody, a beautiful woman named Elise Archer, sent me a quote at one point that your calendar is not about what you have to do. It's about who you want to become. I'm going to say that one again. Your calendar is not about what you have to do. It's about who you want to become. And it is so true. The things that you are putting in your calendar are the things that define your life, right? The way you spend your time defines your life. So that's why we put those goals in the calendar. We put the things that matter in our calendar, or we don't make time for them unless we do it. So you take those goals and you're going to put them in the calendar. And you know what? You might have a due date on it. So put a reminder on that due date. Review this goal. Now, one of the things that I like to do personally is schedule just an overall goal review. You decide how often is effective for you. It could be monthly, it could be quarterly. The solstices and the equinoxes are really a great time. So, the vernal equinox, right? The first day of spring is also a Persian New Year. So it's another New Year. Interestingly enough, it's that March time when most people end up falling off of their New Year's goals. So that's a really fantastic time to have a goal review because we change, life changes, things happen, right? Go back and look at those goals that you set, right? You're not going to be in exactly the same place in 3 months from now. Look at it and say, okay, wait, well, I've mostly accomplished this. Let me tweak it to be this now. Or, you know what, this is not a priority anymore. And then maybe sometimes we go back to that list that we had purged, we brain dumped, and say, this is more of a priority now. I'm going to dump this and bring this onto the plate. Okay? So right now, you're going to make SMART goals, right? You're going to put them in your calendar, right? Those bite-sized pieced goals in your calendar, and then you're going to schedule review dates for them. What works best for you, okay? Remember, all of this can change, right? You're not locked in. So if you schedule quarterly reviews and that's not working for you, you fell off track. Make them monthly. That's all. But the fact that you had it in your calendar to review brings it back to your mind. And now you say, oh, yikes, I fell off the wagon here. Let me tweak this, right? Put it in the calendar or it's gone. It's forgotten. Okay, so just a quick review. Put it in the calendar. Have I mentioned? Put it in the calendar. Okay. So I also say, if you want help with your calendar, this is another big one that I help people with. Reach out to me. Let's set up a Clarity Huddle. Or I will also have a series of videos coming out on that. So you can send me your email and I will ship those out to you. But it's wildly important. I can't stress it enough. And I'm going to say that quote again. Your calendar is not about what you have to do. It's about who you want to become. So I want you to become amazing because you are amazing. So be amazing and I will see you soon. Good luck with everything, Superwoman, and let me know how you're doing. Mwah! Bye.